Welcome back. Try not to notice the rock chip in my windshield. Something else I'll have to get fixed when I get home. Anyway, left Capitol Reef this morning, headed to Bryce Canyon. For whatever reason, my RV GPS took me the long way, Utah 24 to I-70 to Utah 89, and then on to 12 into the park. Plenty of great scenery though, and even had a glimpse of Butch Cassidy's boyhood home. The Bryce Canyon Visitor Center. Nice visitor center. Looks like everything's being conducted outside. The park is basically an 18-mile continuation of Highway 63. They call it the Scenic Drive, with numerous viewpoints. The amphitheater is the main center of the park, with various overlooks, the campgrounds, and the lodge. The remainder of the Scenic Drive takes you to different overlooks, trails, and hiking paths. Well, this is the view from one side of Bryce Point. And I'm thinking that point right over there was the last outlook. Just gives you a little different perspective. We'll go over on that side and see what it's like. View of the hoodoos from the other side of Bryce Point. And the view from Sunset Point. We'll go over and take that Wall Street trek. It's a little over a mile, I think, and takes you down past some of the larger structures. See what that's all about. Right here in the middle, I guess this is a ponderosa pine. He's a tall guy. Okay, this is the trail coming back up. Little dog leg there. And so I figure I'm maybe halfway. Whew. This will take it out of you. Sunset Campground in Bryce Canyon. It's a little tight in here. Saw some bigger than me, but you better be careful of the site you pick. Well, there's my 25-foot trailer, and I'm just off the road, having to park in a little parking area, eighth of a mile away. Nice and scenic, but it's tight. But the guy across from me with the 23-foot Airstream, he was sharp. He got a sight just big enough to get his truck and Airstream in there. And you tent in the back for a friend that's along. I was not so bright. I just barely fit in mine. And if you don't fit, and they don't have anything else for you, then you're out. Too bad. And they're really picky about not being on the paved area. I've talked to a couple people, and they said that they were informed that they need to move their truck or their equipment off of there. In fact, there goes one of the park service guys now. But beautiful little park, campground. They got a collar around her neck. Huh. Yeah, you're a beauty. The wake-up morning here in Bryce Canyon. Taking the 18-mile road. I'll have to get you the name of it. It's this is Cyn Point. Cyn, I guess it's Cyn. It's a great way to wake up and after a cup of coffee. Actually, be better with a cup of coffee. But here's the view from the Whiteman trailhead, one of the hikes in the park. Out here kind of early and nobody's around, just peaceful. And the view from Fairview Point. Starting to warm up a little nicely. In 50s last night. Great sleeping. Now that the sun's out, it's up in the 60s and headed towards 70 real quick. There's a view of the canyon, rim of the canyon. The road travels right along the top of that, down to the end down there. The natural bridge. That's kind of cool. I guess at one point it went all the way across. It was solid and then got hollowed out by the wash. Okay, end of the trail, into Highway 63. The paved portion anyway. There's a bunch of trails, jeep trails and hiking trails that cut off from here. This is about the end of the canyon. And you can see the ridge all the way. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Starting way down there, coming on around. Pretty much it. Start heading back. A couple of viewpoints I haven't I passed over. We'll stop there. And pretty much the canyon. Well, this is Ponderosa Point. At one time there probably was a sign here that told you that this was Ponderosa Point, but I'm assuming it's in somebody's basement right now. Oh well. A lot of hoodoos there. Different colors in the rock. Here's the Paria, P-A-R-I-A overlook. Almost looks like a castle down there with fortifications. Fairyland Canyon. It's really the first overlook. Actually, it's before you get to it's in the park, but it's the first, it's before you get to the pay toll areas. That's pretty cool. Looks kind of like a fairyland castle. Looks like Inspiration Point over there. With Wall Street. I'm pretty impressed with Bryce Canyon. Between Bryce and Arches, I think they're running neck and neck for second. Canyonlands was the total surprise of this trip. But we still have Zion to go. I think I'm going to end up canceling the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Been there before, and the cancellation of the north rim kind of put me in a little flux for a couple days. So I think I'll just head on home, maybe see the folks, or find something along the way. So.
Up there that you look down on that. I like seeing the wheels. Yeah. All right.
That's probably a better way to travel than coming up the incline.